How's it going, WMWA? This is Eric Drake, the Boffle Man, and I wanted to put out a little segment here because you haven't heard from me in forever. This is not a Boffle asks what. This is not a Boffo says what. This is just a segment with Boffo, and in fact, this is my last segment for WMWA. Anything with WMWA. So that's, again, in case you're hard of hearing, there is no more Boffle says what. There is no more Boffle asks what. I apologize for you, Matt. We had meant to redo our one, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, buddy. So I am leaving all type of everything with WMWA. I would like to come into the future and see some shows. Don't get me wrong, but one show a month with the roster we had back in the day, it was a lot easier to keep up with stuff. It was. One show nowadays with what everyone's actually doing, it's a little bit more difficult. There's promos left, right, and center being thrown on Facebook. There's videos, more videos than I ever put out back in the day. Then there's the matches themselves, and Serge has done a phenomenal job with that. In fact, he's helping me out with this right now, so I'm very happy to have Serge on board with my last segment, as it should be, because he's been recording me here for at least the past 10 plus years, so it seems only fitting. But I need to kind of step aside, cold turkey, if you will, from the WMWA anything, because some people in the days have just left and not said anything and say, "Oh, I'm leaving. This is my last match, or this is my last segment," or anything like that. And I don't believe things should be done that way, especially for as long as I've been a part of things. This is the official notice. I'm sure some people thought it was coming because, I hadn't posted shit since God knows when. I'm sure there was another year number. It was 2015, somewhere back in the day, before anything was done. But yeah, I just wanted to let know, because I personally I have an addictive personality. And if there's any thought whatsoever about jumping back into something, doing anything, be it reading, story writing, doing even this little commentary thing right here, doing anything, it's gonna keep my head somewhere, keep WMWA somewhere back in there, saying, "Hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with this? What's going on with this?" And it's time to move on. It's time to do some different things. I remember back when I was in high school, I had done acting for all 4 years. All 4 years. Anything that there was done after school, I'd jump on it. Any type of help that was needed for another class that wasn't even my own, I helped on it. I had done over 25 different productions in the 4 years just there. I gobbled it all up, and that's fine. That was time for the high school to do that. But even the year or two after I left high school, I'd gone back and was like, "You guys need some help? Can I do anything for you?" And I was asking the teachers. I was like, "You need someone to do stage manager, anything just to help out?" And they were like, "Sure, yeah." And they let me help me out, and they were nice. But I couldn't drop it. and I think that's where I'm going with this. You can't drop it. And so some of the new guys here, obviously, I haven't been keeping track with WMWA half as much as I should. And again, that's another reason why I'm stepping completely aside, because I can't keep track of anything. I know I work my job and I come home and I get tired and I pass out. And I try and do what I can on my weekends to say hi to my friends and family and the people who I need to say hi to. But I can't keep track of anything. I really can't. There's a couple of new things I'm interested in doing, and I'd like to try and work on that. It's easy to rest on your laurels when you say, "Oh yeah, I've been doing this since fucking 2005. I'm a big ass wrestler. I've been trained and blah, blah, blah. The camera is my bitch. I know what I'm doing." it's easy to do that, but when you start something new, you have to go back through the whole learning curve and everything again, and that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get new challenges, new everything, and so I'm now part of Matt Hell's Guardian, if you will, his grown children YouTube group on obviously YouTube, in which we're doing a bunch of different vlogs, videos, playthroughs on video games, a bunch of different just random shit. Eric Pierce is also doing that. He has his own channel for that, and I believe one or two people also have their own channels as well. I just don't know it because, again, I haven't been in the loop with WMWA for so long. But this is a new project that I've been doing, and so I want to focus 110% on that. Because every time I do a segment, I'm always thinking in the back of my head, I should really be doing a Bafo Says What segment or Bafo Asks What segment. It's just, again, I gotta put it aside. I gotta step away. So, back to what I was saying before. New guys. I know some of the people are not going to recognize me, and for that, really the rest of this conversation is going to be lost on you. So, if you'd like to just stop watching now, that's all well and good. But if you'd like to take some advice and some words and hear some stories from a person who has been wrestling backyard and done some indie stuff and so on and so forth, then please listen. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm not saying I've been wrestling longer than you. But we all have stories and we all have experiences, and I'm sure it's wise to at least listen to it. Up to you. Now, for some of the guys that are in, yes, I do have notes. This shit I plan on going on forever, and so I wanted to get some notes to make sure I got down what I wanted to say. End story. So for some of the guys that have been in WMWA, who I've known for a longer time, Ace Armani and Adrian come to the forefront. I just want to give big shout outs to those guys because I think they're doing it right. And I don't mean in WMWA. I mean, obviously, what they're doing is fine. They have learned so much and progressed way much more now since, we have a real ring rather than just fucking around on wooden doors. They learned so much more. But what they're doing away from WMWA is phenomenal. Adrian with his breakdancing crew and competitions and stuff that he's doing, I think that's phenomenal. It's not for me. I mean, again, I'm like 310 pounds. Clearly, I'm not. I'm only breaking shit when I'm dancing. I'm not doing breakdancing. And and for Ace Armani, I mean, he's a fucking drummer of a band. I mean, they have a show. I think it actually was just the other day, or it's coming up real soon. I mean, I wish I had time to go see it. I mean, he's been plugging the shit out of it on Facebook, but he's a young guy, and he's picked up a fucking instrument as part of a band, and on their own time, he's plugging the shit out of that. He's doing what he wants to do, and I think that's phenomenal. It's great to have these other hobbies that don't just involve wrestling, because someday is going to happen in which you're going to get too old from doing it, or you're going to get hurt from doing it, and it's not one of those things to where it should rule the rest of your life. I mean, my weight gain has kind of been in part of leaving the wrestling. You have to think about what you're going to be doing afterwards, because I haven't kept up with any exercising or anything like that. And so if I got in the ring right now, there'd be no fucking way. It'd be like watching an Anarchy match from 2004. It would be the shits. I'm sorry, Anarchy, for throwing you under the bus. But again, this is the last segment here, so we're going to speak some truth. It would be complete shits, and I admit it. But again, props to those guys for trying to do something else afterwards, and not only trying but succeeding. I mean, fucking a whole band doing actual shows and opening for people is just fucking great. And I hope they keep doing that, even if they choose to just do WMWA, whatever. You did something, but I mean, I wish them great luck in their future. So about that, about new ventures, I've mentioned the grown children. I've mentioned Ace Armani. Yeah, there's other things I want to do too. I mean, I believe Torque brought it up one time way back in the day, and I had never heard about it. It was these rugged maniac, mud running, fucking obstacle climbing bullshit events that you always hear about nowadays. There's like 50 of these fucking things, and they range everywhere from like 5K to like 15-mile fucking events, and it seemed a little hokey at first. I'm not going to lie, but at the very least, shit. I'm gonna go do one actually with Rush this upcoming September. It is the Rugged Maniac. It's probably the least taxing out of all the ones that I've researched. It's only a 5K. It's got like their obstacles. I think a fucking 4-year-old could do. It's well, maybe not one of them, but I digress. Anyways, so it's something that I'm going to get into too, just to stay in shape and trying to work towards something, because we all got to be working towards something. Now, I'm just going to throw this in here because I'm starting to get lost as I'm speaking, and I admit it. Again, this is the last segment. I'm not going to be bullshitting you. This is coming straight here. So the last thing, WMWA has meant so much to me. Even from word of mouth has meant so much to me. There's been very little in my life that I can honestly say I've cared more than WMWA. Very little. And from just hearing from other people, like I'll be talking to someone and they're like, haven't I seen you on YouTube or something like that? Like I mean, granted, not a lot of people are watching us, but we do have some people in the area that have watched us. My wife's friend from work, I don't know if they still work together or whatever, but I was told that one of them, chick by the way, guys, had watched some of our shit, and she recognized some of us, and so to hear that it wasn't just some amateur bullshit that you see on the web nowadays was really such an uplifting comment. I mean, she wasn't, ranting and raving, saying, oh, this is fucking awesome. But at the very same time, it wasn't a bunch of fucking kids with fucking kick pads and wrestling shoes jumping on a trampoline to fucking Slipknot with maybe some broken glass on the side and fake blood capsules. Yeah, we did that in the past too. I'm not going to forget about that shit. Jesus fucking Christ. First blood matches in ICW. We had a fucking blood canister. It's like fucking from fucking shit. You ever go to like Party City or some shit like that, and you got like a fucking like a liter or some shit of fucking fake blood. It looks like it comes in a fucking oil fucking canister or some shit. And it was like standing at the fucking edge of the fucking ring. And like as soon as we got busted open or what the fuck ever, we'd have to reach over, dump this fucking thing in our hand, slather all over our fucking cells like fucking mayonnaise, and just like, oh, I'm bleeding. Just turn to the camera zooms in. Oh my god, he's fucking 15 doing this shit. So yeah, we did that shit back in the fucking past, and it was hokey, but it was fun. Fuck it, fuck you. I don't care what the fuck you say. So yeah, to hear that it wasn't some amateur bullshit like what we done back in the day, it was a good comment, and and I don't even know where I was going with that, but you know what? I don't fucking care, because again, WMWA has meant so much to me that even the possibility of having its name tarnished for any reason, someone walks out, someone gets into a fight with someone, if our name somehow, when we're wrestling with the graciousness in which Kevin Landry has bestowed upon us by letting us use his ring, albeit for a fee, but you know what? I'm sure he could charge us a lot fucking more, because it's the ring, it's the fucking place too. He didn't have to let us go there. I'm sure he charged that ring for at least double the fucking shit, and then delivers it to a place, and whoever's fucking organizing that shit has to rent out the fucking place too. So no, this is fairly fucking cheap. So anyways, to hear, maybe someone didn't clean up or some shit like that, and it gets to him, and he has to say something. Just to tarnish the fucking name over some fucking slops who can't pick up a goddamn soda bottle just fucking infuriates me. And I'm not gonna lie, I had pitched the idea one time of completely fucking shutting down WMWA. I'm throwing it right the fuck on camera right now. I fucking came up with an idea of fucking shutting down WMWA because I thought some of the newer people were completely fucking immature, and you know what? I didn't like the direction the company was heading. And I had talked to a lot of the senior members, and some people really had agreed, some didn't disagree, or some had disagreed, and it caused a lot of talk. And talk's not bad. You know, we don't argue with one another. We respect one another, and we talk, and apparently we're still ready right now. So, congratulations. Apparently y'all haven't fucked up so bad. But I digress. It's a selfish thing on my part. I admit it, but at the same time, I've been here since day one, and to hear about anything possibly going wrong, would just kill me. Absolutely, just destroy me, and in the worst way in which you couldn't even know. Another story back from my acting days. I'm not sure how many people know this one. I had gone to Central for high school, and I believe it was when I was in a junior year. The seniors had, a couple of seniors, I'm not blaming all of them, it was like fucking 3 of them, it was in the news, had decided to trash our theater in the name of a senior prank. Curtains were destroyed, seats were destroyed, piano that was off the fucking stage got fucking destroyed. Some of the wood from the fucking stage was torn up. I don't know how the fuck you do that shit. It was vandalism. It was fucking vandalism. Don't give it another name saying it was a joke. You egg someone's car, you can wipe off the fucking egg. That's a joke. Shaving cream, that's a fucking joke. You know, you want to plastic wrap someone's car? That's a fucking joke. Breaking shit's not a fucking joke. Destroying something's not a joke. And in that time, it was like my home. You know, I'd be after school fucking, 4, 5, 6 hours in that fucking place. I'd go home just to sleep, to come back the fucking next day, to go in there to do my shit. And, to see some people ruin that place, as I thought was my home, I wanted to destroy the world. The whole fucking world. I want him to go to fucking jail for fucking destroying this shit. I mean, who are these 3 fucks to come into my home and fuck with my shit? You don't fully understand that until someone does something like that to you. And I felt at the time that was kind of what was happening to WMWA. I realize it's selfish. It is. But you know what? It's my kid, and WMWA is a child of all of ours, and that's what I'd wanted to see. Now, matches have been coming out with greater quality. I haven't heard any negative things, and so I was wrong. So I think WMWA, y'all fucked it up saying a million times too. Don't even get on my case for saying it wrong once. I believe it's in good hands. And if any other people should decide to step aside and other people decide to step up, and whether we change who's booking or who's this or who's that, I'm sure that some of the people there who have been there long enough will remember why it's there and what it was here for, and we'll step up and take care of it. And so I believe it's going to be in good hands. And thank you for the people who will be taking care of this in the future. I want to say that. So as also talking about the Ring and Kevin and WMWA in general, clearly I can't talk about much else before getting into the indie religion and all of that nonsense. Because again, I've been in there too. I know what it's all about. Big Bad Boys Club, and it's a toxic scene. It's a very toxic scene. It's supposed to be this brotherhood. I've been seeing so many of these stupid fucking wrestling memes, not memes, wrestling pictures nowadays. Like, I've bled and I've sweat and I've cried, but when I stand in that ring, I'm a wrestler, and all these motivational fucking shit. It wants me just to punch someone out. I mean, it's not. I understand what it's meant for, but the average indie wrestler is going to take it way the fuck out of context. It's almost like America propaganda, if you will. I'll go there. The people writing it is basically saying, America, yeah, America, yeah. Where I'm going, America. Clearly you can tell the difference here about what's going on. I'm kind of mocking it because it's hokey and is all this shit. But yet everyone's standing behind it in all of its fucking falsehood glory and shit. And yeah, bro, no, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. I'm gonna give you a good fucking example right now. Mr. Dave Dawson. I hope everyone knows him, who the fuck I'm talking about, because he's been doing shit longer than I have. Dave Dawson is not only an accomplished wrestler, but has also been studying martial arts for fucking God knows when. And as much as he knows, and he's an accomplished fucking musician too. Why the hell am I not including him with this Ace Armani shit and Adrian? I mean, this dude has so many different hobbies and skills and talents. He's a regular day fucking Renaissance man. And again, props to him for that. But I'm going back here. He studied martial arts and wrestling for so long. And even for someone who is so badass at it and has taken so much time to put into it, would never try and put someone down or something just by saying, you haven't been doing this as long as I have, or I know everything, come to me, and this or that. I'm pretty sure Dave Dawson right now, if you had asked him, he would agree that he goes, I don't know everything. You'd ask him a question about martial arts, he goes, I don't know everything. I know what I know, but I don't know fucking everything. And that's the attitude I'd like to see from a lot of you people here in the future, is you don't know fucking everything. Congratulations, you got arm locks and the fucking international down. You can go run the fucking ropes. Congratulations, you're a lot better than the 90% of the people in the shit that we'll see online. Again, congratulations. But you're not fucking anything special, and you don't fucking know everything. You don't. I don't fucking know everything, and I was on the fucking top of the shit real back in the day. I don't fucking know everything. I still don't fucking know everything. So yeah, due to the magical editing of fucking Surge, I now have ice cream. So fucking deal with it. Surge has been awesome. He stopped by my house today to help me record this. Again, I said it at the beginning, I'm going to say it again now. And look, he shows up with soda and fucking ice cream bars, and this is great. I should be hooking him up. Look at this fucking guy. He's taking the time out of his day. Come help me out. Surge, thank you so much for the 10 plus years of all your editing. A lot of my inspiration for doing what I've done with Bafo Asks What my Bafo segments have actually come from you and your editing. And that's why I got that iPhone app so I could do my own little editing and this and that. And it was in a little bit of a competition here. I couldn't put explosions on my shit like you could do, but I did what I could do. So back to not knowing everything. WMWA should be this library of knowledge. For you people wishing to go on to the indies, use the library for what it's worth. Okay? I don't care if it's a shitty library downtown, whatever. We still have the books. We have the tools. You have the time. You have the time before the shows to train and practice. And you also have the shows to just learn from them. Don't think that, that this is some serious shit here. The only thing serious in WMWA is not get the fuck hurt. Okay? Because no one needs to get the fuck hurt for just wrestling on your spare time as a hobby and then going to work the next day and you pulled a fucking muscle or something and now it's causing you problems. No one wants to do that. No one wants to get hurt. No one wants to do the hurting. So I mean, use the tools that we have, and if you wish to go on to the indies, I've bashed them so much, but if you wish to do it, it's your choice. Go do it. Go have some fun. If you're young, go ahead and take a couple years. Spend them in the indies. You're not going to get very far. I'm sorry, but it's the way the business is. It's like a fucking winning the Powerball ticket, It is what it is. I'm sorry. Just because Kevin Owens is not exactly in fucking shape, but he's made it somewhere, doesn't mean you're going to fucking make it. I'm sorry. Just because fucking Rey Mysterio is a fucking midget and he made it into wrestling doesn't mean you're going to make it in there, if you're short. I'm sorry. In today's internet-inspired revolution to where everyone knows everything and big body muscle builders aren't exactly the norm for wrestling nowadays, doesn't mean you have a better chance of getting in. In fact, it's even worse. Because now the market's all over the fucking place and you don't know exactly what the fuck's looking for nowadays. You don't. Back in the days, at least you could just say you trained your fucking ass off, you got some muscles, and as long as you learn how to take a fucking bump, you were in. It's not that fucking simple right now. Serge, I'll get that for you. Give me this. See, I'm helping out, Serge, because he helped me out. That's how we fucking roll here. So, the indie religion, as I like to call it, is very toxic. They say it's a brotherhood, but yet it's always a competition. Everyone, again, it's always a brotherhood. But there's always someone talking about someone fucking behind their backs there, trying to gain that a little extra step just to get you a little further in with whatever fucking promotion you're working at the time. Although you're not going to see them fucking next week because you're going to be in another fucking shit-ass promotion that no one's ever heard your name. And, again, it's not worth it. It's not worth all that poison. If you want to do it for fun, go ahead, do it for fun. It's great. Experience America. Go to a different couple states and some ground fairs and have a good fucking time wrestling and learn to meet some people and this and that. That's what I got from it. It was great. I went to a bunch of different places. I got to set up the ring. I got to see how everything was done. It was awesome. It was fun. But, there's a time you got to step the fuck back and you got to realize there's this other thing called life. Working for fucking money, bills, a house over your fucking head, and shit like that. There are some people, who I'm not going to point out, but I'm sure we'll get this reference, who have been doing it for 10 years, and the most that they have to show for it is muscle problems. They got beat up and quit. I mean, and you would say, oh, no, that's not what they have to show for it. They've had an illustrious career, and they've wrestled this person, and they've met that person, and blah, 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 blah. Did you make any money? Don't lie to me. You didn't make shit. You probably didn't even make the gas money to get back and forth from the fucking shows. Not everyone has relatives and siblings or whoever that they can go ahead and live under their roof and not have to worry about a job while you're fucking doing this and, mooch off the people who are actually trying to, have a job and progress their life and so on and so forth. But you know what? When you're young, like right now for some of you, this is time to do that shit. As long as you're not regretting anything, go out. Have some fucking fun. Go do the indies. Go do this. Go do that. The only recommendations I have for you is just learn what you're learning. Don't think you're a fucking know-it-all, and just don't piss anyone off. Because someone there who's probably been there 40 fucking years, even if they suck ass, is still going to go ahead and spread your fucking name around, and it's going to catch like wildfire, and no one's going to fucking have you working there. No one. We know some people right now that work with WMWA that don't exactly have a great fucking reputation with some of these places because they don't shut their fucking mouths. They don't do this. They don't do that. They go on these charity shows and they ask for money. No. You're doing the charity show. That's something I wanted to bring up to you motherfuckers. You think I forgot about this shit in the fucking summer? I heard I work with some fucking people who have done those fucking promotions and were big fucking names there. Bad news. Fucking Walt Swan, motherfuckers. He let me know. Some of you people showing up from Kevin's fucking school, going to charity events, asking for money. You don't fucking do that shit. You're there to get fucking publicity. It's the whole part about doing these charity shows. Your name is worth more than fucking money. You get out there and you do that. So very sorry you didn't have $20 to fucking fill your gas tank to go the fuck home. Or to go get your fucking McDouble fucking cheeseburgers on your way fucking home. I'm so fucking sorry. But that's the way it fucking is. That's why no one does this shit. Because they don't have the fucking money to do it. Sorry. If that offends someone. Anyone. So very fucking sorry. So that's the indies. That's why it's so hard to succeed. We're not all some rich fucks that can just fucking do this shit. We're not all gifted athletes who can pick up, fucking crossbodies and fucking rolls and up and overs over the fucking ropes real quickly. Sorry, some of us are just average. We have to go along the best we can. So have fun, fucking enjoy your shit, and just take it what it is. Now, I am going to be doing a part 2 to this because I've been given the word here that our battery's a little low. That's my fault. I have been fucking around constantly with going back and forth and seeing what I'm supposed to be just saying next. So there's going to be a part 2 to this, hopefully very soon. Again, give grown children on YouTube a shout out. Also for Eric Pierce's page, I believe Crown the Eric is his name on YouTube. Give him a shout out too. And again, I'm going to be brutally honest when I come back on the next time too. And probably with more fucking information. Because now I have time to step back, read on here, see what I didn't fucking put out, and we'll get back to you. So again, I guess this isn't the last time. Sorry, I thought it was. But you're going to have to go with part 2. See you later.